Recently, comments from the director of the upcoming new Jedi Order movie, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, have been brought up from 2015 when she said she wants to, quote, make men uncomfortable, end quote, which of course plenty of people are saying means she just hates men. The comments come from the Women of the World conference, where she's being interviewed by Jon Stewart about some of her recent work from that point, including documentary films exploring and exposing the abuse of women in Pakistan, showing a clip from the film where one of the bosses responsible for beating his employees is confronted and says it's his right. The making men uncomfortable context comes from where Sharmeen explains some of the reaction to her work, where many men expressed discomfort with her exposing these ideas or her talking about them. The discomfort, she goes on to explain, is a reaction to that exposure, and the goal is to affect change. It's not just discomfort because that's fun or something. She explicitly explains the only way these kinds of societal changes can be affected is by that exposure. It's not like what she's saying is she goes onto public transit and just finds men to kick them because that makes them physically uncomfortable. The discomfort is coming from the exposure of these ideas. She explicitly explains in the interview what she means by this, that the only way these kinds of societal changes can be affected is by that exposure, causing that discomfort because as long as people are able to be comfortable with the status quo, whether that's through ignoring it or being complicit in it, there is no possibility for change. The criticism of this doesn't seem to engage with the ideas actually being expressed in any way. It's being turned into a semantic gotcha game where people are able to divorce the words of any context or intent and say they mean whatever they would like it to mean to generate the most outrage in response.